What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks, Junkster. I called you Junksterfield. My bad. Thanks, Junkersfield. Right on. Appreciate it. So, guys, we're gonna have a fun night. We have Will Reseller Madness with us. He's busy tonight. So when we're done here, you need to go straight over because he's gonna have more stuff to say. And if you came over here, in fact, in the chat, if you were here on Junk Monkeys Live, or not here, if you were there on Junk Monkeys Live and you're here right now, let me know in the chat because that would be super cool. So
it was a fun live too. It was a great one with Rob. Sorry to everybody who was there who had to watch me eating French fries. Lunch, some dinner in between all of this, and there's just not time in between. So thanks for putting up with that. Keith, thanks for having me on the show. This will be fun. I've been looking forward to this we had this scheduled, what, 2 months ago? A month ago? Month and a half?
A month and a half, 2 months, something like that.
It's been a while. I've been looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So, guys, Will he's really good at keeping up with the chat. I get sidetracked, and as you all know. So, Will, if you see something, it looks like it's already moving pretty fast. So if you see anything, I'm
gonna totally talk over you and cut you off and be like, no, Christopher Nutter said this over here.
Absolutely.
Just like that.
Piggy. So see, we got Piggybacker here, Desert Sellers. So came over here. I think Mimi's Treasures was there as well, right? So we got a lot of people. And Rachel's Cats. Just to let you guys know, I have joined a group of just other YouTubers that are just supporting each other. And so thanks, Rachel's Cats is on that in that group, and it's just been a lot of fun seeing all different kinds of people, not just resellers. So we got an eclectic group of people in here. So
yeah, that's a new one on me. Hi, Rachel's Cats. Good to meet you.
Very supportive, and so go check out her stuff. So
Lucas Random Stuff is here. Flipper Dude.
Oh, see,
Wes Malone.
Wes Malone. Christopher Nutter. He says, "Hi, it's Will again." There you go. That Flipper Dude. I'm going to see that Flipper Dude in 2 days or 3 days, so I'm pretty excited. And I'll be seeing Wes. I think I'll be seeing you at the end of the week. Rachel's in the house. Prickly Pear, you were in here early, so thanks for coming in.
Rachel, your 80s costume was amazing. That was just epic there. You put a lot of thought into that one. I could tell.
Absolutely.
If you guys haven't seen it, the pictures are all over Instagram. Check out Rachel's 80s costume. And there was a lot of karaoke went along with that too. It was fun.
Yeah, Rachel, you're a wrench, so you can put in some links to it if you want to. So anybody that has a wrench, any of my blue wrenchers here, feel free to put in some links. Rachel, are you okay with that? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure Rachel's okay if we show some of that. So, well, right on, guys. We'll get started. I'm going to start with what's most important to me, and I believe is most important, just period. I'd just like to say everything I do is for the glory of God. And even when I'm not talking about the Lord, I want to be a testimony and a light. But for me, it's very, very important that I share my faith, because I believe faith comes by hearing. And so I believe when the word goes out that it accomplishes its purpose. And so what I just want to share with you guys, we've all sinned. We all know that if I was just to get everybody to be honest and say, have you lied? Have you stolen? Have you cheated? I could go down all these lists of things. And we in ourselves think we're good, but according to God's standards, we've actually all gone astray. And even in that, we don't realize some of the wrong we've done. We would accuse others of being liars, but when we look at ourselves, we just say we're human. And so what the answer to that is Jesus Christ. He came to die for us and forgive us of our sins, that if we put our full trust and faith in him, that we could have eternal life. And that's what matters most. If you don't believe that, I implore you to seek out Christ. The Bible says, all call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. If you find yourself bound in sin and saying, man, I see this is destroying me, there's hope in Christ. He forgives us for sin. We are human. We fall. We fail. But he forgives us, just like a dad or a mother would forgive their children and still love them. That's what he does to us if we put our faith and trust in him. So I just want to share that. If you ever have any questions, I always put my email up in here. And or if you just have prayer requests, maybe you are a believer and you're struggling, maybe you're having doubts, whatever it is. Even though I do video games and resell and all that, this is what is most important to me. So here's my email. If you have any questions or anything, I'd love to pray for you or just listen. So, I mean, I guess listen over email. As I'm reading, I'll be listening. So, well, God bless you guys. I'm not the star of the show here. Will, Reseller Madness. I just want to share a few little things. Is that okay, Will? You okay if I won't? Uh-oh. Am I frozen or are you frozen?
Your audio is cutting a little bit. Your video cuts a little bit, but it comes back. It's like a connection sort of thing.
Okay. Is it doing it constant or like is it just kind of clicking?
I say just keep rolling. Keep on going.
Okay, right on. Well, I actually met Will on here. Well, not on YouTube, but actually it was YouTube, I believe. My wife showed me some of Will's videos, and if you watch any of his older stuff, great stuff. The tape one and the Kung Fu Reseller Kung Fu. You got me with that stuff, man. You won my heart.
Oh, thanks so much.
Absolutely. So after that, we became friends, and we talk pretty much every day. We do, me and a few other folks. We even do. We just talk about stuff through video and try to encourage each other. So I'm really excited. I haven't had you on my show before, but I'm glad to have you back. So, man, the floor is yours. Just tell a little bit about yourself, and obviously we're going to talk about FlipCon. I know you're probably going to be talking about it all night, but feel free to share anything you want to share about yourself, about research.
Anything I want to share.
Straight into, yeah. I know I can trust you, I think.
All right. So I think a lot of the people in the chat already know me. I want to greet just a few people before I jump in. Anthony C is here also. Good to see you. We had Lucas Random Stuff. Hello, hello. Junk Monkey, thanks for following us over and hanging out here. Flipper Dude. Yeah, everybody in the chat. Hi, I'm glad you're here. My name is Will. I go by Reseller Madness, and I do something a little unusual, kind of different from the reseller community. I actually breed household appliances in my kitchen, specifically small countertop ones. I've got a toaster and a KitchenAid mixer. What do you call them when you put them together? I've got one of those that the whole litter is going to be ready for a new household really soon. They're about 8 weeks old now. They're going to be weaned soon. I've also got a oven and a dishwasher. It's kind of exceeding my workspace right now. We're going to need a new place, but we're mixing those two together, and we got a hybrid oven and dishwasher that's going to be absolutely amazing. The fur coat on those are beautiful. Yes, and they'll be looking for a new home too. I'm entirely out of my most popular ones, which was a regular toaster mixed with iced tea maker, which is really great. Those are so adorable. Yeah, and so that's what I do. I make a living off of breeding household kitchen appliances.
That's amazing. That's a pretty good living, I guess.
Goodness gracious. So I resell, much like you guys have been doing for a long time. Some of you do it longer and better than me, but I love what I do, so I don't mind just talking about it, chewing the fat with someone like Keith, who resells probably 10 times more video games than I'm able to get my hands on. Goodness. I used to, let's see, my wife used to work at an office, and I worked a regular day job, and we had a kid, and the office was okay with having the kid come to, hang out with mama for a little while, and that was fine. Wow. And then we had a second kid. And the office was kind of like, well, this is getting to be a bit much. And the third kid was on the way. And the office was like, you really need childcare. Well, she wasn't making a lot of money. She was working 4 hours a day. Mama only worked 4 hours a day. But she was spending about an hour and a half to 2 hours taking the kids to childcare all the way out there, bringing them all the way back, paying for gas, paying for car maintenance, paying for childcare itself. Wow. We had a friend who was doing childcare on the cheap for us. So that was the only way that this even worked at all. But I said, let's run the numbers on this. And it turned out she was working for about $1 to $2 an hour after all the expenses. Wow. I said, we got to stop that. That's not working. So I said, let's do something other than having you work. Let's have you stay home with the kids, and we'll find another way to fill in the extra. And I had been flipping video games just for personal collection. I had an Xbox game here, I had an NES game there, and it was nice to build a collection, but we said we could do a lot more with this. I started watching some YouTubers, some guys like Rally Roots early on, guys like Side Hustle Network. Rebranded. They used to be something else. Hustle at Home Mom, and a couple
Yeah.
of the others, Down the Auction Professor, early on to try and learn reselling. So I got a lot of my early info from these guys who were just putting it out on the internet for me. And my wife quit her job very soon after we had that conversation. She's quit her job. And I said, work for me 30 hours a day in the house, and we'll make up easily all the money that you were making. $10 a day. Can you make $10 a day in profit? Yes, you can make $10 a day in profit reselling easily.
Absolutely.
So that got us into it. And I liked doing this work so much that I really want to get out of my day job and into just reselling, full-time reselling. Right now, I still have a day job, but the reselling is scaling much faster. It's much more enjoyable, and it's much more amenable to the kind of life that we want to live. So that's the how and the why I got into the reselling. Status as we're at right now, I had acquired, we're now 4 years in, something like 4 years in. I had acquired a 2-car garage full of stuff over the years, inventory that was slowly building and building. The death pile would go up and down, and the inventory would just grow and grow and grow. I'm over this whole unsold inventory thing, and I'm in the process now of cutting my listings dramatically.
Wow. How much would be dramatically?
Either break even or sometimes even a loss. Yard sailing off the stuff that wasn't moving. Listing the 750 now.
Okay, so
and I want to go down to 5. Did I cut out?
Yeah, it's they did.
I could do the rest of this all by chat. I'll type it in the chat.
No, I can see you right now. They did say it was getting a little spotty.
Okay,
but
good.
You only cut out for a second. You only cut out for us. It was just kind of you. I heard you talk about 750. You've gotten down to 750, and you're trying to get down to 500 listings. Is that correct?
The goal is 500. That's where I want to be. I'm at 750 now. I started at 12 or 1400, something in that range. Yeah. Okay. So I've made lots more room for the studio, which is really nice. But the plan is to focus on fast moving inventory.
There you go. Okay. So sell through stuff that moves. Are you okay
all about that sell through?
You're okay with less margins if sell through is good.
Yes. Yep. I'm not a storage unit.
I'm the same
one. Check out
one.
the sticker they gave out at FlipCon. Let's see if it'll.
It says, "Did you check the sell through rate?" That is good.
That came from FlipCon.
So, well, right on. That's somebody said, "Why can't I chat?" Lucas, I'll get with you. I don't know why. You should be able to. You might be commenting on a particular thing, or maybe I didn't respond because I didn't see it. I'm still getting used to Discord, so I'll check it out. Send me a DM on Discord. I don't know why, because I don't currently have any moderators set up. I probably need to. So I don't know why anyone would have said it. You haven't said anything. So I don't know, man. I'll check that out later. I know I've had trolls in there. I hope they didn't come in and do anything. I don't know how they
take care of the trolls.
Oh, yeah. They're not in here tonight, thankfully. At least I don't think so. Oh, Melanie. I didn't see Melanie. Hey, Melanie. How's it going? So, yeah.
Emerald Shine's in the house.
Send me a DM, Lucas. This nerd. Hey, guys, I do want to say something really quick. We're going to get right back to Will. This nerd, yeah, he knows. This nerd squashed me to 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, we're at war and we are angry with each other. No, we just did that for fun. Subscribers are awesome, but the cooler thing much cooler thing, is that correct English? Cooler? The better thing about subscribers is actual people, because I've noticed the more subscribers, the more I'm engaging with people. And so that's something. And it is hard though to keep engaging with everybody, but I'm meeting more and more people. But this nerd's doing great. So he beat me, guys. So give him a hand clap of emojis if they have the hand clap emojis.
Big 1,000. We're now into the 4-digit territory. Congratulations.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of which, wait, did we cut off? You just talked about sell through. I do have a question really quick. So you mentioned getting to 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and where are you at right now? Exactly, because you're over 2,000.
Just over 2,000. I didn't check very recently, but since FlipCon added a couple extra, a little bit over 2,000.
So I do have a question. You said on some chat, when you get to 2,000, you said that you know where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
You said you were going to do a live and do a giveaway.
That's the plan. That's the plan. I was expecting to do it by now, but I'm on another live right now.
Well, if you want to do the live and you just want to skip the giveaway and privately give me some of your limited runs, I'll take them.
Oh, the limited runs. Yeah, let's do that. I was going to give away one of these, but
Oh,
you know,
nice! You have to do that.
oh man, no,
How many
those
do
limited
you
runs
have?
take some time to mature. They're a long-term investment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the plan is still definitely very much to start a live stream. I'd like to
Yeah,
do it regularly, kind of like the way you guys are doing.
yeah,
You and Rachel and Rob Junk Monkey. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of
absolutely.
looking to you guys to kind of see how it's done and
I'm
hopefully
still
copy
learning.
some of your success.
Well,
Steal from the best, they say, right?
I'm just piggybacking on people like you that bring people in. So
See, it's beneficial all around. But yes, I'd love to do some giveaways. I'd like to give away some stuff that's geared towards people who are a little bit newer to the reselling thing. I've got some
yeah.
skills. I've got some. You know what? Let's not talk about all the prizes yet. Let's keep some of that
Okay.
a little secret, a
Yeah,
little
that'll be a
mystery.
surprise. That'll be a surprise. Well, yeah. So if you're okay, if you see anything in the chat, I just wanted to say hey to a few people. Emerald Shine, glad you're here. He asked me about last week. Guys, I actually told Will this. I'm going to scale back to twice a month right now. It's been really hard to keep up with it, and also there's a lot of people, and I don't want to get to where we're smashing into each other's lives and stuff. So I'm going to pull back a little, and I'm going to do once a month, focusing on another reseller, another streamer, another YouTuber, somebody kind of connected to all of us in some way. And then I'm going to do once a month of I'm still trying to think about this of where it's just me and I'm more just chatting with everybody and I'm talking to them and maybe we're looking at things together, looking at things that are selling, talking about that kind of stuff. So one's going to be more engaged, just me one-on-one talking to people and looking stuff up. And then one, I'm going to have somebody on. So it's only right now I'm going to cut back to two. Yeah, I'm going to cut back to two a month. Binge watch, pick and preacher. Yeah, hey, I'm all for it. Binge watch.
I got this mental image just now. You were talking about cutting back because it sounds like you want to increase the quality of one rather than having so much quantity. I got this
Yes.
mental image of I used to always go up to the soda machine when I was on sugar. I would go to the soda machine and there's the ice, and everybody before me would go and put a bunch of ice in. And I'm like, no, I want soda. I don't want it diluted. Give me the full strength stuff. Go straight for the Coca-Cola. Right, like that. Fill it up, no ice, because I wanted that full flavor. That's the mental image I got when you're talking about distilling your content to 2 times a month instead of spreading it across 4.
That's interesting.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and I've cut out. Maybe that's why, because I've cut out. I've had probably 2 since I've stopped sodas. It will be like just a special thing, and I'll be honest, it tastes so different. And I've done it before. Now I did enjoy it because it was ocean water from Sonic. I love ocean waters, but I have cut back on that, and well, I'm not even drinking except very rarely soda. So it's mostly just water, or I do drink sparkling water. I love sparkling water.
There you go.
I'm trying to get healthy and slim, so I've lost. I was hitting it real hard for 2 weeks, and I'm still doing the diet, but I've just the whole like intermittent fasting and stuff like that. I've kind of cut back on, but I'm picking it back up. The exercise picking back up because I've just kind of stood still right between 15 and 20. I've lost 15 and 20 pounds, but I'm picking it back up. I'm ready to hit it hard again. I've been walking with the kids and all that good stuff. So
way to go. Hey, progress is progress.
Absolutely. Anthony says, I watched a ton of Auction Professor when I first started reselling. You ever seen Auction Professor?
He knows so much. Oh my gosh, his niches are deep, and he'll talk for hours about little tiny buttons, pinback buttons. He'll tell you about ephemera. He's got the market cornered on ephemera, man. He'll go into deep dives for like early 1900s collectibles. Wow. That's great. If you shop in the areas he shops, he's got wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see. I've never even seen him. I've heard of him, but there's so many people. There's so many people to keep up with. It's hard to watch them all, but I need to check out more. Junk Monkey said, "I am not a storage unit," so he liked your saying. Love it. Gonna hang it on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've actually been talking about that too because I used to do a lot of shoes, but I noticed what happened is I said, "Oh, that sells. That looks good." So I picked up a lot of stuff just for the purpose of having inventory. And so what I did is I took a huge portion of our sneakers that have been sitting for a while, and I basically sold them for just slightly above what I paid for them, and just moved it, got money back, and I'm helping out another local reseller. So he's focusing more on shoes, so I was able to help him out. So
Good.
this nerd asked, "Can we pull up the meme I made for you?" I think I can trust you, this nerd. Let's do it. You need to send the link in the chat, and if anybody sees it, or Elijah, if you see it and you want to let me know, and I'll load it up. Yeah, send it on. I want to know about it. It might be in my Discord.
That sounds like fun. I used to follow memes really closely. They're enjoyable. I haven't lately, so I don't know what the latest memes are. Somebody's got to catch
They'll
me
take
up.
you over though. I think it's because of a face I made. My son took a picture of me when I'm like this. I'm making some goofy face. So I put it up on the YouTube and I said, "Hey, make a meme." So he must have made a meme for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thanks Rachel for putting up the Reseller Madness link in here. So Reseller Madness, share with them a little bit about what you're focused on YouTube.
On YouTube.
On
YouTube. I am a goofball YouTuber. My whole thing is my channel is built on 3 pillars. It's profitability, positivity, and humor.
Absolutely.
Those 2 don't exist. Those 3 things. So everything that I put up really needs to be within those boundaries. And I adore the humor. I thought Reseller Madness was going to be more just kind of a name only when I began it. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of a goof, but I leaned into the madness as this ended up kind of progressing. As the channel matured, I found I just loved the absurdist humor. And so I pushed that probably harder than the reselling, right? A lot of it ends up being just more absurdly funny, at least in my own opinion.
But it's so good. I love it.
Thank you. I sometimes get a little unfocused and make my own like YouTube play button awards.
Yeah.
I like to doing that kind of stuff, but
I did
most
one
of it, the potato one. That was fun too. But yeah, the reselling content that gives me reasons to do all of this goofball humor stuff. I have, you guys probably know, I got a co-host that lives in my coffee mug right here, and he gets into all kinds of trouble. And I've got a number of other videos that I'm looking forward to making with this guy getting into trouble, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it yet. So there's fun stuff on the way. About 4 or 5 that are written, and we're ready to go film them. Just need to find some time. First the live streams, and then we're going to look at getting into some of these.
Speaking of your, and I'm going to, while I'm saying this, I just wanted to point out, Flipper Dude said he very rarely checks the sell-through rate because I can sell ice water to an Eskimo. Hey, look, if you can do it, hey, amen. It's hard for me to use my selling skills to eBay, though, for me, talking. But hey, if you can do it locally, that's awesome. I have to stick to sell through because if I don't, I'll fail. But hey, if you can be like Steve, go for it.
Most of us do need to, because there's not a lot of interpersonal selling that goes on the online platforms, unless you're looking into like Whatnot. That's huge interpersonal, and your skill as a salesman will greatly dictate your success on a platform like that.
I agree.
If you're doing a yard sale, on the other hand, that's interpersonal selling once again, and your skill will play a huge part of it.
Absolutely.
But for eBay, for Mercari, for even Posh to a great extent, it's very algorithmic. If the item is not presented properly to the website or to the platform, it's not going to get shown to the buyers. And that's really why this whole eBay promoted listings thing took off so much, is because people need to get their item in front of the buyers, and so they'll pay extra for it.
That's right.
I know, Rachel. Pardon me, Rachel's saying we'll have the same water bottle. Yes, you do. This was from Reseller Summit, but yours doesn't say that on the other side.
Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of chats in here.
And Heckin' Steve is here. Hiya, Heckin' Steve. Glad you came in. Welcome.
I am live. So as you guys know, me and him have bridged the gap between resellers and people that aren't into reselling. So
Mhm.
he's very respectful, and me and him actually talk all the time. And it's been cool. A lot of resellers have not been mad at me for that. So, and same with him. It's bridging the gap. I think we can all learn from each other. um, but there was something I wanted to ask about Little Man. Little
Uh-oh.
Man, Little Man. He's actually appeared on my YouTube as well. So he came and tried partying, and I had to get on to him. If
That
you
was
ever,
fun. That was a
so
fun collaboration there.
I do have a question. Very serious question. Um, did is your wife okay with you carrying a tiny little human in your pocket?
I didn't ask for permission. I mean, it just kind of ended up being one of those things that happened, and she's very quiet, and so she'll just kind of let it be. Let it
Yeah.
be. She doesn't even ask questions.
Wow. So that's awesome. So she's totally cool. That what did anybody ask that didn't know, like, because obviously there are some people there that, because you're connecting with new people, did anybody go like, why is this, why, like at FlipCon, because you went to FlipCon this weekend,
Hmm.
did anybody there ask about little mini me in
I got
your
Yes, I got a lot of questions about him, but most of the people there were not that familiar with my show, and so it was kind of like a number of people said, "Are you recording me?" And I took a look at it, and I took a look at them, and I took, "No, I'm not recording you. That's me." Um, and then the people who finally like realized it was a pre-recorded video on there, they were like watching it, and I'm like, "Guys, I'm up here. You guys want to talk to me?" No, you're just watching the little dude in the pocket. I had
That's
him on a
amazing.
I
I
had him
love
on a loop, sitting there eating potato chips. I had him clapping at him, pointing at random passerbys.
that's
Um,
so awesome. They were probably like,
grabbed the
what in the
grabbed
world?
the camera and started, taking pictures of people around. It was a lot of fun. And one person actually told me something that blew me out of the water. They came up and said, "How did you do it?" I said, "How did you do what?" When you were up there for the artwork competition thing, when you actually got picked, he was clapping. How did you do it?
That's awesome.
I said, that is a miracle that lined up at that moment right there.
That's
It was
amazing.
a wonderful coincidence.
Wow, that is
Mm.
awesome. Yeah, if you guys don't know,
Rachel says, "My eyes are up here." I actually told that to ADH Dave. I said, "My eyes are up here, Dave."
those of you that aren't familiar with Reseller Madness, just go to his YouTube, and you'll see that that's what drew me to him. Because look, I'm a blunt person, and I'm just honest. I love watching reseller stuff, game hunting. Those are the two things I like watching. Lawn mowing stuff. I know that sounds a little weird, and urban spelunking. But the thing that always draws me to YouTube channels is bizarre, unique, quirky humor. And so when I saw Reseller Madness, when I saw Will's stuff, and it was his little mini me, me and my wife, we were like, in a good way, and I mean this, Will. It's like, this dude is so weird. It's amazing, and I mean it in a good way, because your stuff was so unique, and you don't. You probably seen me share it. Pablo Picasso said, I what is it? I worked 4 years to do. I studied 4 years, or painted 4 years to learn how to paint like Raphael, but it took me an entire lifetime to do art like a child. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the best people, even if it doesn't pick up right at first, the people that are usually most successful, yes, you do take ideas from other people, but people that aren't as concerned with what will they think. And because usually what happens is people see something confident in that. And I always love to watch people that just do what they, even if I don't agree with things, if I can see this sense of they're just doing what they want. And that's one thing I've always respected about your stuff. Like even with your, like when you're doing your garage sale stuff, when you're doing your showing what you get in your studio, you just have a unique way of doing it. So I really appreciate that. So
Oh,
go
thank
check
you.
it out.
I
It's
appreciate that.
really good. So
I
um,
appreciate
yeah,
that. A lot of what I'm thinking of while I'm making this stuff is, I think, has anybody done this before? Because if I'm going to show you guys something that you've already seen before, I lost half your attention already. I
that's
need to
right.
give you
Absolutely.
something that nobody else gives,
That's
and
right.
that's going to be an asset my channel has
Yeah,
nobody else has.
absolutely.
So that's why I think the absurdist humor is worth putting on YouTube. Otherwise, I would just amuse myself with the jokes and be done with it. It'd be a lot less work if I didn't have to edit any of these
It
jokes.
takes a lot to
But
edit.
yes, yeah, it would save me so much time. But no, I figure since it's unique and weird,
Yeah,
it's worth at least handing out and letting other people enjoy.
yeah. It
And
was. I wanted to ask that. She wanted to know. I'm assuming she's talking about your breeding. She wanted to know where
the
she.
application to adopt. Yeah, go ahead. General Electric is taking the applications for me.
I love it. What would be hilarious if you were actually creating these things and we think you're joking and you're actually creating these concoctions.
Someday I'll be pulling the ultimate prank on you guys. Here it is, and the whole litter of them come running up, bounding out through the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh man! So Tabitha's here. Hello, Miss Tabitha.
Yeah, you're what that's what I'm trying to do right here.
I scrolled all the way to the bottom. You go from the top. We'll meet in the middle.
That works. Yeah, you do the bottom ones. I'll do the top. Junk Monkey says, Miss Monkey has a huge collection of appliances, and we have a litter of Yorkie puppies. The puppies will be finding new homes. The appliances, not so much. So maybe you can take those appliances and breed them.
There we go. As long as they're not fixed. Don't give me any fixed appliances. They don't do me any good job.
I'm gonna check that Discord. I know I talked to you about that a second ago, Lucas.
I'm still trying to figure out Discord, guys. So
yeah,
if I'm bumbling around there and making a fool of myself, forgive me. Give me a little grace there.
Binge watch Pickin Preacher. I got to ask you about this, Will, and tell me what you think. Have you ever? And I guess I got to be careful. I'm not sure if I can get in trouble for this stuff. But have you ever heard of like going to people that you like and just binge watching and helping them get watch hours, or just filling up their watch hours, like going and just watching and watching and watching? Have you ever
heard of it?
And doing that like with people you like and trust and try.
I've heard of it, but I'd rather actually physically watch the content, leave comments, interact, say something meaningful. To me, it's very much a social aspect of this.
Sure.
And so if I like someone's content, I'm going to be all in. I'm not going to say turn it on and walk away for a while. That seems like false interaction, and I'd much rather give genuine interaction.
Because you don't want them to I see what you're saying, because they could develop subscribers or watch hours, but yet it won't last for the long run. That makes sense. I've actually already passed some of this. I didn't realize I've already. I thought a lot. So I forgot Elijah's using his Gmail account, so he wants me to make him a moderator. Yeah, I'll make you a moderator, son. That's good.
Will is actually the tiny person. The normal sized Will is actually edited. You're onto something there. I like the way you're thinking, Anthony. That's one critical piece of what I do is create an expectation and then subvert the expectation. And humor happens somewhere in the transition between the two. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, thanks, nerd. He said I couldn't have got to 1K without Pickin Preacher's help. Same thing.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. He's done, and he has great content, funny stuff. We've done videos together, and he's actually wanting to sell me a Neo Geo Pocket with some games, so I'm thinking about picking that up. So it just all depends. Oh, Caleb right here says Emerald Shine says Inkling hat, beautiful. So there you go.
It's not a branded Inkling hat, but I imagine it's probably meant to kind of capture that lack of a branded Inkling hat in the market. There isn't much in the way of Inkling hats. I searched.
Yeah. Junk Monkey just said, yeah, absolutely, man. Try something new, right? If you see anything, man, just say, hey, I got a question. If you just hit the questions or comments, because are you working your way down and up?
Yeah, I'm at the bottom. Elijah restarted his whole Breath of the Wild game. All right, you got a good game ahead of you.
Yeah, they love Zelda. I volunteer as tribute for one of them. I'm not sure. Did you catch what that was? What Anthony said?
Yeah, you were talking about having people on, having YouTubers on your show.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. By the way, if you guys get a chance to go check out Abel's Treasures, if somebody put up Abel's Treasures, Anthony was just on a video recently, wasn't it?
It was a good one.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I just watched that whole thing today.
Yeah, I watched it. Yes, it was either this morning or last night. I think it was last night I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Confession: we started the carnivore diet. Okay, there you go. That's kind of like keto. Well, it's not quite like it, but
These, have some of these.
oh yeah, we eat Slim Jims and meat sticks and all that stuff. Cheeseburgers all day, preacher. That was from earlier for that game. Yeah, I don't know if I could trade it for cheeseburgers, but especially now since I'm trying to lose weight. Um, well, oh, he said the meme is on my community page. Well, so if I got a few questions, and while I ask you these questions, I'm going to look up his Discord, and I'm going to
Real
check
quick,
this out.
if you don't mind. Mort's Garage
Yeah.
just showed up. How's it going, Mort? Good to see you.
What's up, Mort? Thanks for coming in, bro. Yeah, guys, that's another YouTube. If you guys get a chance, check out Mort's Garage. Great content. His family, his daughters are sweet little actresses. So
I love the show. It's feel good video game content. It's
absolutely.
just every single time I feel uplifted after I watched a Mort's Garage video.
Absolutely. And very the one that really got me is when he sees himself as a young man. That one got me. I don't know what it was, but he hit the feels in me, and it was him talking about scariness of growing up and having children. Did you see that one? Have you seen?
I saw that too.
Mm-hmm. Man, that one was good. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, he's very good at storytelling and engaging with people. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about FlipCon, and while you answer them. Well, I pulled up my Bible study notes. I pulled up the wrong thing. That's not the same thing.
Welcome to the Bible study, guys.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about FlipCon. We're going to do Bible study instead.
I do. Some of these are really random, but genuine.
Random.
And and I hope I don't get you in trouble. I hope these won't be anything. I wouldn't think they would. But two things, and these are random things. I think about weird things. I have two. So I'm going to ask them both. And while you're answering them, I'm going to be looking up this meme. One, because there was meals every day. You had meals for every meal, pretty much. It was all paid for, right?
I love meals. Yeah. What meals at FlipCon the whole time?
Tell me about the meals. Tell me how the food was.
How was the food?
And then the second one, I'm going to ask this too, so you can just kind of spit them out.
I'm going to forget the first question already.
Okay.
Where are we?
Well, let's do that.
Who am I?
What is my purpose? Go ahead and do. Tell me about the food. How was it? Even not just that, like the eating and meeting with people. Was there a lot of that going on? So just kind of talk.
Totally.
I know that's not the typical questions, and that's why I'm asking them.
No, that's fine. Food was a big pain point for us because actually we got there the day before the whole meet and greet thing started, and so we had to fend for ourselves for 1, 2, 3. It was like 4 meals that we had to fend for ourselves before FlipCon even began. And so the hotel food was like the most expensive food in town, and it was fair. It was fair at best. So $20 for breakfast, and it was like, the coffee was free. We got free coffee, and the breakfast there is like nobody was out at breakfast time the first day, and so I was kind of hanging out by myself mostly till people started arriving. Then I ditched breakfast and ended up going out and just hanging out with people. Now, if we had a car, because we flew there, if we had a car, we could have just driven somewhere else and gotten breakfast for $8, $10 and done fine. There was a lot of nice places to eat nearby. And when finally some people arrived that had cars, we hitched rides with them and went off to other places to eat. And that was much better. Once FlipCon began, all the food was included. And so it was a very social atmosphere for that. So you would line up and everybody's, 50 people deep in the line, maybe 40 people deep in the line, and grab all the food kind of buffet style. And you go through, and the first couple people there get all the bacon. And they go sit down with all the bacon, and everybody else behind them, sorry, suckers, you get no bacon. So carnivore diet, you had to be front of the line there. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was very social eating during FlipCon while the con was actually going on. So you would sit down in the conference room, and there was just open tables everywhere. There was no assigned seating. There was no reserved tables. There was no, celebrities over here and you poor people go over there. None of that. It was very open. So a number of times just would grab my plate and go and sit down at a whole nother table. And my wife would be over there and be like, come on over, quick, before all the seats fill up.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times I tried to find her and I couldn't find her at all. And I got waved over to another table and just sat down there. And
Oh
15
wow.
minutes later, she comes walking over like, are you going to eat with me or not? And I'm like, maybe, maybe. I
But so
mean,
she did pretty good. Just meet, like she just got right in and met people, and even though you were in the going and sitting
I'm
somewhere
sorry,
else.
you froze. I missed the first half of the question.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So what's the
So
first half of the question?
you were going and eating at other tables, and she was at this table or whatever, and so she just mingled right in, or she was looking for
Sorta.
you.
She kind
Yeah.
of hung close with a small group of people that were all sticking together. She hung out a lot with Coco and Chewy,
Yeah.
with Rachel and Drew and the kids, with
Okay.
Grumpy Picker and Happy Picker.
Yeah. Absolutely. I saw some
Yeah,
of that.
Lori and Kyle. Yeah, so I mean, they kind of were a nice little group, and she could hang out with them. She didn't want to do the whole literally meeting everybody in the whole darn room twice kind of thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was all over the place. I was constantly sitting in new tables, and one of the times actually, Carrie from American Arbitrage was like, "Will, come on over here, come sit down," and I'm like, "I don't belong at this table, and I'm totally sitting down here."
Right on. You
It was great.
belong. You totally belong. You totally
Didn't feel
belong.
like it. It felt like I was way out of my league, but so overjoyed to be there. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a story on food. Did I overfood it? You guys
No,
in the chat?
you overfood it. And I know you said hey to Miss Tabitha. Thanks for
Okay.
coming in. I know he's going up, I'm going down. So um Caleb said, does my channel count as bizarre? It depends. See, now that I know you, I would say I wouldn't think it's bizarre. But some people, because they just don't understand the whole community you're involved with My Little Pony. But no, I mean for people that are into that, I would think you're right there on par with everybody. So uh, now seeing some of your fast runs and your glitches, that's pretty bizarre. I can't do all that stuff. So other question, and I'm trying to find this meme. I'm not. He told me this meme's up. I was going to show everybody, but I don't see it.
One
Um,
more, one more, real quick, if you don't mind. Rachel says, "I missed the Indian dinner. That was the best." Yes, yes. So we hitched a ride. We had Indian one time. It was the Stricklands, and it was Lori and Kyle, and Scott Cha-Ching King, and me and
yeah,
my wife, and we all went out for Indian. Yes, it was
that
fantastic.
sounds nice.
Best food of the whole time, and I don't think it was even the most expensive.
There you go. Hey, that's good.
I'm
Um,
sorry. Ready to
no,
rock and roll.
well, Junk Monkey said I got the idea to try and find a hat to match my match my live show guest from Will. Huh?
Ah,
Interesting.
now there's an idea.
There you
Is it
go.
going to be a steampunk hat? We talked steampunk a little bit.
Steampunk. Do you have any steampunk hats?
I have no steampunk hats. We were just discussing
Yeah,
the aesthetic. I love the aesthetic of it. The goggles. I actually made my own goggles at one point, steampunk goggles, but they were not long for this world. They eventually ended up biting the dust.
Yeah. When I played music, there was a lot of like they were called crust punks. I know it sounds really weird, but that's what that was the genre, crust punk. And they were very into steampunk stuff. They had all kinds of gear stuff, and not all of them, but there was a sect of people that did. Flipper Dude's waiting for FlipCon to come to God's country. So,
Wes, thanks for subbing. I appreciate you. So
um,
you were going to ask another question, and I kind of put the pause button on it. Let's unpause that.
so you know how whenever you're on social media and you see somebody, you know what they look like on social media, then you meet them and you're like, wait, is this the same person? Did you have any moments like that where you were like, have I seen you before? Was there anything where, because I've done it multiple times where I meet somebody. Okay. Okay. That question's not bizarre. Okay. So they look totally different. So
and
did that happen?
Completely confused several of them really badly, because there's a few of them that have, big old beards that are very similar looking, and they were wearing their snapback hats the same way. And I'm like, oh, which one is this? And I had to read the hat. Oh, Nashville Flippers. Okay, thanks so much. I'm so glad you have your logo on. Oh man, yeah, but there were several. I got confused and I played it safe. You got to be really smooth with this kind of thing. Hey, you.
What's up? does.
Finger
That's
gun.
super
Ah,
smooth. That's
good to
super smooth.
see ya.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's super smooth. That's super smooth.
Well,
That,
I don't think anyone was onto me. I think it managed to slide under the
yeah,
radar.
absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, I don't see this meme, this nerd, so I don't know. Oh, this
What's
was
the
one you already answered. I made
Where's
it.
the tiny
He
picture?
said it's on my disc on his Discord, but I'm not seeing it.
You're not
Um,
seeing it? Okay.
mm-mm. I let's see. This
Maybe
is
we
you
could
already.
follow that up. Maybe follow it up, put it as a community post or something after the fact. That way we can at least see it later.
Yeah, yeah. So if I see it, I'll share it on Instagram. I'll probably message them. You know, it's hard. I'm not as good at like going and messaging and commenting over here and all that stuff. So everybody's multitasking. Junk Monkey, I binge watch people and try to comment every video while I work. Keith is now on the YouTube blacklist for mentioning breaking the rules. Yeah, probably so.
You didn't even mention, going and creating multiple accounts or anything. Shoot,
Yeah,
there's so much more ground to cover.
that's right. Yeah, we didn't mention making multiple accounts. See, I still didn't
Yeah.
mention it. So I'm
Mm-mm.
watching while I
We
right
don't
now.
talk about Bruno.
Well, shame on you, Rachel. You should be here instead. You're not allowed to go clean. You have to be here. So no,
Mom's multitask just by nature, so
that's
I'm cool
right.
with it.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm just messing with it. 50% is actually way better than I would be. I'm usually 50% when I'm not multitasking. So, Jen, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Squiddy. Mountain State Pickers, thanks for coming in. I'm still catching up. My Will's probably already got here. I think Mort just stopped by. I think he's heading out. He
Uh-huh.
says, "Hey guys, why
Yeah,
aren't you?"
dude, I scrolled all the way down to the bottom again. Mort was asking a question. He wanted to know what's the biggest Cavalier/takeaway from FlipCon. That's a
Okay.
big question. If you ask that question to 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers. And all the answers are probably going to be fantastic. For me, the biggest takeaway was not so much something that a speaker said while they were up at the mic. It was what the speakers were saying while they were down on the carpet with us. They were hanging out with us the whole time. They were interacting. They were showing genuine love and respect for these other creators in front of them, whether they had 5 subs or 500,000. It didn't really matter. They were happy to speak with everybody. Getting the opportunity to interact with a few of the ones that I had watched for so long was absolutely magical. Guys like Carrie, taking the time to just come over and chat with me was wonderful. And I'm thinking Hustle at Home Mom. I went and chatted with her, and TJ came along got to chat with them too and just hear some stuff that wouldn't have been on the normal channel. Just chit chat, just hear about life and tell them how much their content meant to me early on, which is
awesome.
huge. So what did I take away from FlipCon? Not a lesson. I took away relationships. And for me, that was exactly what I wanted. That's why I showed up there.
Yeah,
absolutely. You can maybe watch these guys on YouTube. You'll learn a lot of the concepts they want to teach that they would show at FlipCon. You'll learn that on their channels, but you can't come and begin like a friendship with them if you don't show up.
Oh, absolutely. And just to piggyback on that, even though I didn't get to go to FlipCon, I got to turn this because I don't even see. I don't even think I did anything there. I go to Retropalooza and I go to some of these game conventions, and I got to meet with Flipper Dude. Now we're connected a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he's on here. Delta Foxtrot Juliet. I think I said that right. I'm actually going to see him in 2 days, and so I met him at Retropalooza, and I'm going to go make a trade for a whole bunch of Sega Saturn games. And so I'm really excited about that. There will be a video getting his game room. I think he has like 7,000 games or something crazy. So I'm going to be doing his whole game room. So going places does connect you with people. And there's multiple levels of that. There's the whole networking of, so even if you take it on a selfish, motivated thing, you also make business connections or just connections with, well, I guess it would be, making deals and learning and all that. But then you also make actual friends. Because see, we're going to go hang out with the Espositos, My Retro Life, the day after, and we're going to go hang out with them. Kids play together and all that kind of stuff. So These are just people, you make friends with. So go to conventions if you can. I understand it's hard, but they are worth it. Especially if you're reselling, or we have gamers and collectors and all that stuff. Find people that are into what you're into, and some of my best friends are not into what I'm into. I think we all can relate to that.
That's right.
But it is good to have people that can relate to you in what you're talking about, because you can tell your best friend, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's cool." But then if I tell you, like if I tell you something I found, you'll be like, "Oh, that's awesome. Where did you find it?" Finding people that like what you're into, you don't feel as awkward and out there. And even though we're all probably a little awkward, you feel like
I live in the out there. Out there is my status quo. I hope you guys join me.
It more. I don't know if you saw this. He said all Biolans.
All Biolans. Woo! Biolala.
Oh, so see, I don't know the chant of the slogan, so that's awesome. Yeah, this nerd, I thought you were subscribed too.
Saturn Steve just showed up too. Speaking of people who do things entirely different from what you do and that have totally different hobbies.
Yeah,
Saturn Steve's in the house.
Different hobbies.
There you go.
Saturn Steve are nothing alike. We're not into the same Sega Saturn or anything like that. I haven't seen you in the chat yet, but thanks for coming in, man.
I was thinking about, you're the Pickin preacher. You're also a nostalgia investor.
That's right.
What about Sega Saturn whisperer?
That would be actually
a little bit
funny. I could be whispering to the Sega Saturn, "Come to me, come to me." That's how I'm getting people. Look, I have. I don't want to throw names out there because I don't want them. They probably don't want to know that they're giving stuff, but people to know. But
protect your sources.
Yeah, but there's another guy I'm going to meet. He let me know. He said, "Man, I bought that for you." He bought a Saturn game for me, and he's going to give it to me. And I was like, "Dude, you don't have to do that." But that's super cool. So other people have given me some stuff to resell, some shoes, New Balance, and stuff like that, to resell and make money for the Saturn. So I guess the whispering to the Saturn, they're speaking.
Well, something cool that you're doing, and this is actually a good takeaway for other YouTubers, is that you have a very definitive goal that you've set. You want to collect the entire Saturn series. Is that correct? All the North American releases?
At least probably everything. The only thing that I might not do, I haven't decided yet, is certain sports games.
Sports games.
Yeah, but
you've got a series that you're looking at. Basically, there will be an endpoint to this,
and
you're working towards that sequentially, bit by bit. People get to follow along with your
progress. They want to be involved.
Is exciting, and having the opportunity to help someone whose content you enjoy go towards that goal, progress toward it. That's actually a really kind of cool thing. So people get on board with that. So anybody who's wondering where to take their content right now, maybe consider setting a goal that your audience wants to get on board with.
Yes, very good point, Will. So that is, and that's exactly why I did it. I've seen other people, so I did take away things from other people with that, and I was like, how do I? There's a guy named Rolling Retro. I've had him on here, and he's doing a thing on. Cool. Yeah, he's a really cool guy, really nice guy, and he's doing things. He's doing a PlayStation 1, building a particular PlayStation 1 collection, and he's involving other YouTubers and other viewers, and so he's buying from them and trading with them, and that's what kind of got to me. I was like, oh, I can get people involved. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm leaving this week and I'm going to viewers, people that come in on the chat, and I'm going to put them in videos and I'm going to get them involved. And even some people in Discord, the last Saturn one where I talk about my midlife clarity, not midlife crisis. People trading with me and buying from me on there. So absolutely.
Very cool. Hey, can we scroll down to the bottom of the chat there? I know you're probably still trying to catch up. Heckin' Steve says, I'm going to become a reseller and be Pickin' Steve. Heckin' Steve, Pickin' Steve, we would welcome you with open arms in the Pickin' community. You betcha.
It's part of that heaven and heaven.
Betcha.
Him and all of our reselling friends, they'll hold hands and sing Kumbaya together.
Might even share some of the special places that we pick to get the really good stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
You work your way into the community, doors just open.
There you go.
And Saturn Steve says heckin' picker. All right, okay. Rachel's got flippin' heckin' picker thrifter. We need more syllables, Rachel. Keep them coming.
Heckin' picker thrifter. I love it. I love it.
I want Junk Monkey to try and say that one. Rob, can you say that name for us? I want to see how that's going to come out.
I'm afraid. He's out here manifesting this collection. Dude, you know what's okay? Look, I'm not gonna. I'm not knocking anybody. It's funny because I made a community post and I said, okay, guys, I'm gonna manifest this Wii U, and I was like, I said, if I can get to 500 views on this video, I'm gonna think maybe that's possible. And it's funny, oh man, why did I say that? Because I immediately got to 500 views on that, and I was like, I take back my word because I'm just being goofy. I'm just being goofy. But you can make stuff happen if you go for it, guys. You can, and it is true when you motivate yourself, when you actually, because there is a connection between saying I'm going to do this and doing it. If you keep talking down on yourself, you're probably not going to do it. But I won't get all into that. But you do need to speak well.
I'm trying to think. I think this was Rachel that was saying it. Rachel, tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me if this was somebody else at FlipCon. Was saying from the podium, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So as a man says in his heart, or speak in his heart, so is he. So, and that's very true. Yeah, guys, thanks for keeping the chat going. Sorry I haven't been able to keep up with everywhere.
It's just popping over there. Man, you guys are good in the chat.
So Rachel says the biggest FlipCon takeaway was the monogrammed robe and coasters. Please tell me there was an actual monogrammed robe and coasters. Oh.
Okay. You know what? I think it's time to share this. This is confession time. This is where your illusion of will as a straight and narrow man all falls apart. And okay, guys, get ready to call the cops on me. I have thieved one of these. This was on the table at FlipCon.
Horrible.
This was the registration table. And after FlipCon wrapped, they tore down everything except the registration table. Everything else was gone. And that was there. And I looked down at the table and I said, that's going to get thrown away. I need that. So I was really smooth. That was really smooth. I went and I walked off like this.
Yeah, that's.
I put it inside my laptop so it wouldn't get smashed and brought it home. It needs to go right about there, maybe.
Did you shuffle in a very inconspicuous way like you just did?
Loudly. My shoes were ill-fitting. Pretty much. This nerd says FBI open up. Rachel says thievery. Yep. I'm going to do hard time on this one, guys. But you know what? It's worth it.
You're going to do hard time. So hard, man. You're hardened criminal now. I don't know if you've seen it, and I'm not promoting it, but there's some funny stuff on it. Okay. I got to be careful what shows I talk about. But I used to watch a show called IT Crowd.
I do like it. I do like IT Crowd. They're funny.
Okay, you know what is it? What's his name with the glasses and he talks like this with the big hair? What's his name? So funny.
Richard Ayoade is the actor.
Well,
what do they call him? Moss.
That's I want to say Mose, but I know that was Office, I think. And so he said,
so funny.
He's sitting there and he's like, "Yo, guys," he's in the jail cell. He's talking about how hardened of a criminal he is. That part was hilarious. Oh, so good, so good.
I liked when they were trying to convince him to let his anger out and just swear, just let it go, and he gathers his and he goes, "Ploppers."
Yeah, ploppers.
That's so good.
It's so good. It's so funny. See, that's the kind of stuff I like, just stupid humor. Mimi's Treasure said, "Rachel, you look the same. Even my hubby recognized."
Hey, mods, keep an eye on the chat here for us, okay?
Yeah. Please do, guys.
Oh, my goodness. Rachel says, literally me swearing. pretty much right there with you. Oh,
Yeah, here
goodness.
I'll go ahead.
What else?
And,
Mort knows
ban 'em.
IT crowd. Good. I'm glad you're into it.
I went ahead and banned them, so it's good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the chat mods if you get a chance.
Pickin Steve says, I almost went to FlipCon just to see what would happen, but I ultimately decided against it due to being outnumbered. Here's the thing, Heckin Steve, man, I know your content and everything. Resellers are just generally very welcoming. Honestly, it was a super laid back place. It was chill. We're used to being criticized. It's not worried too much about it. Even if you don't resell, I've met a guy there who doesn't resell.
Yeah.
Came anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
That's no problem. So yeah, you're always welcome around me. That's for sure.
And he's actually going to be coming on a live soon, and we're going to be talking about a lot of that actually.
Bible Belt Pickers just came in the door. Hello, welcome.
What's up?
Well, I'm glad you're here because we just finished talking about the secret to being a millionaire as a reseller. And it was a one-time thing. We cannot go back from here. We had an agreement early on. We're not going back in the show. This will not be posted afterwards. I'm sorry, man, but maybe come next time. We'll be talking about being a trillionaire.
That's right. And if you see my floors in the soft spots in the floors, you will know I'm a millionaire. Jason, man, I want to give a shout out to Jason. Jason is actually
bye-bye.
Mort's heading out. See you later, man. Thanks for coming in. Jason, shout out to Jason. So Jason's local, and he actually helped me get some games. He traded some games with me, some Saturn games and Wii U games for some stuff I'm trading this week. So he's bought stuff from me, make trades. He actually fixed my Saturn so I could play my Saturn. So shout out to him. I'm actually doing a video on him. It's my first game room collection type video. So it's in the backlog right now, but so you will have a video soonish of my friend Jason here. So
all right. Jason, thanks for helping the cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just remember, if anybody's looking even slightly, I dusted the troll Saturn, Steve. Absolutely. If you see anybody even slightly, Rachel actually sent me something where, I think everybody gets trolls. I think everybody, it doesn't matter what it is. There's a group of people that go around literally and just find reasons to annoy people, and they literally spend their life making multiple accounts just to do it.
Sounds like a lot of hassle to me.
I know, it just doesn't seem fun to me.
Saturn Steve says, good night. Hey, I'm glad you were here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. He said, you should be proud I don't have people calling themselves this nerd with the pentagram on the image. Yeah,
okay.
Well, I mean, I guess, what do they say? If you have haters, that means you're getting some kind of notoriety, something like that. I don't know. So I did find his meme. It's nothing bad. It's actually kind of funny, but not everybody's going to have the same kind of humor. So this nerd, good job. But some people are like, Keith, why did you put that up? So I'm not. If you go to this nerd's channel and you want to go to the community tab and check it out, it may not be humorous. So. But he said he's going to meme the crap out of me. So I guess I'm going to get a bunch of memes.
Awesome.
Well, guys, we're going to go. By the way, just letting you guys know, if you know, the past few weeks, I've been kind of out of it, scatterbrained. I have 3 videos. Literally, I have one I'm about to get ready for next week. And then I have another one that's being, what is it called? Bulk edited. And I'm trying to be ahead of the game, 3 videos. So I've been working a lot on that. I have like 3 weeks worth of stuff. I went through, and even some of you I reached out to some of the giveaway stuff. It's not a lot. It's mostly just like buttons and stickers. It is coming. And I literally took that. I know a lot of you guys know it eventually comes, but I literally this weekend went through and looked at everything that needs to go. And I was going to try to do it today, but we spent so much time trying to get this next video ready because I'm going to be gone and I want to have a whole bunch of stuff backlogged. And I don't want to be, for you guys that are doing weekly videos, you don't want to get it to where you're on crunch time. You want to be ahead of the game so that you can if you're a little behind, you can relax a little. So that way you have a backlog. So I've been working really hard to get ahead of the game. But we're going to do another gumball drawing. We're just do one. And by the way, Will is going. I didn't ask every question, but I think we had fun. We talked about a lot. Will is going to be going on to Philly Flippers live, right?
Yeah, at some point here. I don't have to like ditch and run right away. So if we run a little overtime, not a problem.
Okay,
Not a problem at all.
It's just a whole bunch of people that went to FlipCon, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, those people. Bunch of FlipConners.
Yeah, so you'll have a lot of people there. So, you famous people. So he'll be going there.
No.
Yeah, I know he does.
Billy Flipper loves me.
You guys should become friends. I'm telling you. So, anyway, so let's see. What did Caleb said? I need one of those backlog of videos. Yeah, man, it takes work.
I've got a backlog of footage. Does that count?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I have backlog of footage, but that was the thing. We've been doing backlogs of footage.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't doing videos. So this week we've been working on backlog of videos, and so I'm trying to get that taken care of.
So my regular death pile is small, but my digital death pile is even worse. There's work to be done.
Well, let's get into this game, and then we'll
rock and roll.
Yes, sir. All right. So, you remember the three types, right? You remember the three types we have? We have one with the cartoon, where you do the comic strip, right?
Yeah.
You know, it has like comic strip, and then you have one where it's like an acronym, where you have three letters, and let's say it's HBC, and somebody has to come up with a word or a phrase for those three letters, or a word. Make a phrase with this word, like for example, make a video game with the word gumball or something. Which one of those would you want to do?
I like the cartoon ones. If you got one of those handy,
I can pull it up.
Those are fun.
I was supposed to pull it up earlier. Well, as I'm pulling this up, man, just tell us any other things that you really enjoyed. Something you just really enjoyed about FlipCon.
Something I just really enjoyed about FlipCon. I had slept like 3 or 4 hours a night during FlipCon just because I had so much fun staying up late and getting up early to hang out with everybody. But there was a few specific things that just really couldn't get anywhere else. During the Friday, before the Friday sessions started, they had worked a deal with the local Goodwill bins. And they said, it's going to be all FlipCon attendees, and we're going to open an hour early for you guys to do a private pick at the Goodwill bins. So we all showed up at this Goodwill, and the place was literally the whole parking lot was packed. Everything was packed. The people were all over the sidewalk. And when the doors opened, we just Black Friday, sort of all crowds running all inside, grabbing the bins, going nuts in there. And so getting to watch all these big time pickers and all these new YouTuber pickers and all these friends I had just met and been hanging out with for like 2 days straight and been sleep deprived all alongside of, all picking at once, just rifling through the bins, putting everything. There's some footage out of it, but there's going to be more. You'll see more people putting these videos up. It was a wild experience. You couldn't get anywhere else. A lot of fun watching that one go down. I found one item while I was there. Let me bring this up real fast. I purchased a battery, a power supply for the Wii that I needed. It wasn't a great deal. It was off the shelf there, but I purchased a shirt that was very unusual, and I brought this one home because I just could not leave it on the rack. Where is it?
By the way, I'm looking for the Comic Clash, so I am listening. I'm just trying.
That's okay. I gotta show you this shirt because this is too funny. It's not there. It's not there. It's over here.
I'm having to get this email to me because the website for some reason isn't working for me. Sometimes it does this when I'm going live. Somebody asked Henry Petty. Somebody I just
this?
That's amazing. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It's a cat.
These are cats in space. Can you see that?
What's funny
These
is
are
somebody
cats
asked
in
me
space.
to
Here, I
podcast
need
you
this.
from a spaceship. That's amazing. I love that. Is that actually from like the 90s?
There was a what?
Is that from the 90s?
No, it seems much more recent. It's an all-over print, and the cats are like screen printed on the front of it.
That's so
It doesn't have a brand name or anything, so it's fairly recent. It was probably like a print-on-demand sort of thing, or whatever.
Well, that's see, I love that kind of stuff.
So you were asking for best experience or most unique things there. They also gave out these booklets. I really enjoyed. And here, this is total narcissism, guys. I'm making myself the center of this story, but that's just how it is. So this says, I went to FlipCon. I wrote all this stuff in here, and I also drew a giraffe on page 7. Right? I thought that was too funny, and so you know what? I wanted to follow the instructions. I went and drew a giraffe on page 7.
Wait, did they give out with your?
They gave
logo?
this out. This was given out. This was part of the swag bag. And so,
and they one for each person each.
Yep, everybody got that. And so I drew this giraffe right here, just ballpoint pen. I drew that.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Right?
That
Bit of a doodle. And I was like, well, that was fun. I'm glad that I followed the instructions. And then Josh comes around and he goes, okay, guys, so we're going to have a competition. What competition? Says, you know the giraffes that you're supposed to draw on page 7? Whoever draws the best giraffe, and he comes over and walks up to the table here, picks up mine and holds it up and goes, whoever drew the best giraffe is going to get $100. And he looks at that and goes, you guys got your work cut out for you. I was like,
wow.
All right, cool. All right. I got attention. This is nice. And
Rachel asked where your art is for sale. So
where's your art for sale? I can legitimately say this little piece of artwork is worth $100 because I went up for the competition.
That's actually really
line
cool.
Of what, 25 people, something like that, and they selected Tucker to be the art judge. Tucker's only like 13 years old. This kid is flipping full time and making great money. I heard, don't quote me on this, go check it out for yourself, but I heard the number $40,000 being thrown around, and I'm like, at 13? So I don't know if that's gross. I don't know if that's net. I don't know if that was in a month or a year or what that was, but they were tossing around big numbers. This is Tucker's Treasures. This kid is a reselling savant at his age.
Wow.
Anyway, he was the judge. And so he walked up and down the line and looked, and it goes, okay, okay. And he gets to mine and he goes, ooh.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, that's good too. Okay. And he comes walking back. They said, all right, Tucker, it's time to choose which one. And he goes, that one right there.
That's awesome.
So I gave the kid a fist bump, and that was the moment. That was the moment when the little dude in my pocket was clapping. That was the moment.
That is awesome.
Fun times, great times, nice little story. And Josh made good on his promise. He came by later on, handed me a slightly crumpled up $100 bill.
That's awesome, man. There you go. Hey, I'll take a crumpled up $100 bill any day.
Rachel says, where's your art for sale? Rachel, you literally have the only piece of art that I've actually put up for sale that I can even think of.
Oh, yeah.
That came through for we were selling for Chrissy's benefit.
That's right, yeah. That's what I was going to say. What did you do again for that?
I'm sorry?
What did you do again for that?
I gave a drawing of a lizard. It was eating a grasshopper.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Rachel says, you're an artist? No, I'm not an artist. Nope, I just grab a pen and go with it.
You are an artist, man. Come on, dude. You might not be an artist.
I doodle.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
Being full of artists, and I'm like a toddler. That's not even there. But I like doing it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's good. Henry Petty asked.
Saturn Steve, I'm hungry. Wish I had some nuggets. Wish I had some chicken nuggets, says Saturn Steve. Everybody's all on the chicken nuggets these days. What's with the chicken nuggets?
That's the thing. It's the chicken nuggets is blame this nerd. Did you see this? He's asking if you're podcasting from a spaceship. That's hilarious.
I didn't tell anybody about that. How did you find out?
Dun dun dun. All right, guys. Well, we'll get into this game. It's getting time. We got a few more minutes. Thanks everybody for coming in. I am so in the morning. I am because it's just a few little things I'm going to send off. I don't have I think all I have is like 3 merch giveaways I have to give and 1 mystery box. So I'm going to be getting them out, getting a few of them at least out this week before I head out. I'll make you some stuff videos, bud. Make you, I'm not sure if I saw that. You said, and I won't cuss. Good for you.
We need the stuff on your channel.
Video. Yeah, that was the stuff. That's right, because of stuff. Okay, well, let's do this. Thing. What are we doing? Oh yeah, the cartoon. Sorry about that. Let me click on it.
You know what I want is that.
That's a Tetris game.
I don't understand those words, but I like them.
You know, you like them. You know what I want is that chicken nugget. That's a Tetris game from China McDonald's. I don't know if it was meant to sound like that. He might have.
Keep reading it. It's crazy, but I like it. I don't know. Interesting Henry. Yeah, it looks like Arkansas's favorite pickle.
Speaking of Tetris, did you see what I found?
Lost. What did you found today?
I think they're just saying random stuff. If it's Luca's random stuff, it's definitely random. Did that show up yet? Why is it not? It's my thing's bogging down. Here we go. Okay. I gotta make sure.
My thing's bogging down.
My thing's bogging down here. All right, there we go. Okay. Before I do that, let me. Well, I'll show this out. We talked about Tetris. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Does anybody know about this particular Tetris?
No.
So I had no clue. So, yeah, this is worth over $100 loose.
Wow. Was that the one where they didn't have the rights to it or something?
Yes, that's right. I picked it up today in a lot of. It's pretty much broken consoles, I think. But so basically, I'll make my money back for the broken consoles, and I got this. So this is pure profit.
Wow.
So I have like a Super Nintendo, and I don't know if they're broken. They just look pretty bad. A Super Nintendo, an Atari, with none of them have plug-ups or plug-ins, and then an Xbox. Now the Xbox is Red Ring of Death, but still, I'll make my money back just off of the consoles, and then this is nothing but pure profit. And I've seen these go for $175.
Very cool.
Loose. Isn't that crazy? Oh, so you know about it, Steve? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's I was super excited. I was like, "There's no way." So she's like, "Yeah, I have this rare one, Russian Tetris," and I was like, "I don't know about that." And then I saw it, and I was like, "What in the world?" All right, well, let's do this game, guys. I'm going to put this on full screen for now, so everybody can see it. So what is this? Oh, let me. I don't want. I'm afraid if I click on that. Oh, I'll just see that random ad there. I don't want to click on it because I can't see it very good. All right, can everybody see the
feel
cartoon?
Compelled to give Grammarly my money. Thanks, Keith.
All right, guys, if you don't know how to do this game, so basically what we do is there's a block here, as you can see, a quote conversation bubble. I said block. And so this general is saying this costs $35 million. What's so special about it? And then I guess this is Spock. He looks kind of like Spock, actually. Over here, what do you think he says? Now, here's the thing. Will is going to be the one voting on the best one. So whenever I set the timer, I'm going to go for 2 minutes. Whoever wins, and you can put up as many answers as you can. Now, listen, guys, if it's anything perverted or cussing, I am going to delete it. Don't do anything like that. Be respectful. Also, don't make. I know not everybody here likes certain people. Don't make fun of people. If you don't like non-resellers or resellers or collectors, none of that. We're trying to be respectful in here. Just put up what you think Will would like. Now, in this, if you've never been here, there are multiple things you can win. One is a YouTube shout out. One is $10. One is a mystery box giveaway. One is all I have is stickers right now, stickers and buttons. And then one is $100. So the $100 is a very rare one. Only one person's won it so far. But yeah. No, I'm not making just for you. I saw some other people come on, so but I know you're going to be respectful, Steve. So you've always been real cool. So um, I would just tell other people just in case because you never know. There could be people hiding. So
As the
um,
channel grows.
that's right. So I mean, we had the Satanist Pickin preacher come in earlier, so you never know. All right, guys, 2 minutes. Whatever. Go ahead and start putting your quotes up. What you think that Will would like. Will, you can read them. You can scroll through them, and I got the timer going now.
All right.
It looks like Melanie already started. So if you want to just read them, man, you go ahead. You
It's
don't
a
have to say them.
lifeboat for Will the little man. Will Crawford made it. Thanks, Rachel.
It's crafted from the
What's
tears of
the-
Ukrainian children. Wow. Goodness, I don't even know
Ooh.
what to think about that one.
Wow.
That would be very expensive, though, I would think.
You want to just highlight them as they come? I'll read them
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So let's see. So we
Will
already read
Crawford
all.
made it. It's I don't
So
know.
here's
I'm a reseller, and someone told me it was rare. Brand new. It's brand new because the Pickin preacher and Reseller Madness touched it. They did.
I nice.
Anthony. Oh, I stole it from flipcon.
It's one of the retired military Beanie Babies. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, Pick a Preacher installed Steel Battalion.
Steel
on it.
Battalion on it.
Touche.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it's a toaster that looks like a tank. Duh. That's pretty good. This is props to you. It came with a
free squid hat. Oh yeah.
It can tell you how much each item will sell. Oh, that's pretty good.
Now, make some good money
That's
off of
valuable.
that one. I'm taking it straight to the Beanie Baby section. Will's tiny little man drove it in the war.
Nice. Nice. It's an ancient heart of a reseller. Wow. Wow.
You can feel the beat. It sounds like cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, this is make
cha-ching.
money. A diamond detector.
Diamond detector.
There's a little man driving. You know, everybody's talking about the little man.
You
Because
guys.
it was used
That's
by
awesome.
the worms. Nice.
It was used by.
It's real
worms.
gold. You can't prove it. You can't prove it, but you can trust me. A copy of Sculptor's Cut on DK Oldies. Wow.
People are still telling me DK Oldies is going to destroy my Game Boy, the DS.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I'm
guys,
still
we're
getting
over 2
comments
minutes.
about that. Oh, my goodness.
So I'm going to stop them. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few more that came in, but I'm not going to. Retro Rigs. Let's say Retro Rigs toenail clip. Wow. Wow.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Oh, there's some good ones.
Are we reading the rest? Lockheed sends the bill and I just signed the checks. Oh, man. I wonder how much. There's probably some truth to that, but I don't know. It's not. My toddler accidentally bought it on eBay. Item not as described. Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
Okay, did we get to all the ones that made it in time?
It makes a little fun. Yeah, this is probably, I think down to here would be it.
Right
one more.
There? Okay. All right. So going back through, there was one that really made me laugh. I couldn't help with this one. Anthony, man, I stole it from flipcon. Yep. You got me there. You win.
Nice. Anthony with the win. By the way, guys, let me give a shout out to Anthony. So
too funny.
I talked to Anthony, he's a good guy. So Anthony has been probably one of my first people to connect with, one of the first when I started reselling. In fact, he is my number one subscriber. He is the first to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So shout out to Anthony. Yeah, no joke. He is the first. So since he was the first, I sent him a copy of a certain, I can't remember, it was a Battletoads game on the Super Nintendo. And so I know he liked Battletoads, so I sent him a Battletoads for being the first subscriber. My brother-in-law was like, you send your first subscriber Battletoads? And I was like, for being first subscriber? He said, of course. How? When are you going to have another first subscriber? I mean, that's an awesome thing there. So he got me started. So I appreciate it. Well, guys, so Anthony won. We're going to do this, and then we're going to call it a night. And if you get a chance to go over and check out Philly Flippers, somebody want to put that link up there? Will, are you able to put it up there?
I've got it.
You
in
guys
my
go check it out.
Let me see if I can get it. All I have is the back end link. I don't have the front end one.
I didn't let you guys see this. I'm so sorry. I just put the quarter in and did this, but let's see what came out. I just scrolled it. All right, so we have a red. I do believe this is $10. Let me make sure. Let me pull it up really quick. I do believe it is. I just want to make sure. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Screen is still showing the cartoon. Can we flip back and see?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it was yeah, that's probably why you guys couldn't see anything. So it was a red gumball. So you got the red, and red is $10. So let me put you down here. I have.
Congrats, Anthony.
Congratulations, Anthony. Just send me on GroupMe or Instagram or something. Just send me your Cash App or PayPal or however you want to do it, and I will send you moolah. I'll do that tonight. Let's see. I have. Let's see. Ryan Blissett, are you still in here? Okay, so I have a few. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 merches I need to send out, and then I have two $10 that I need to send out, and I already did that shout out. I don't know why I didn't delete that. And Rachel, I need to send you stickers and stuff, don't I? So I need to send Rachel stickers and buttons if you don't have any, because I don't have any shirts yet. She might have said she wanted to wait for a shirt. I'll have to see on that. But anyways, Anthony, do that to me. Send me all that stuff, and we'll get going. But hey, Will, I appreciate you coming on. If you guys follow the link, go check out Will over there. And if you guys want to know about FlipCon, check it out.
Awesome. Rachel, thanks so much for dropping the links. Keith, thanks for having me on the show. This was fun. It was so much fun. I just love this.
I have to say this. Steve said, you know how long I've been trying to skip that ad on your screen? That's hilarious. Like, why is it going away? All right, guys. Yeah, God bless you guys. I had a lot of fun. Will, I'm going to stop by for a few minutes. I won't be able to stay long because I got a whole bunch to take care of before we head out tomorrow.
No problem. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, hit the like. Yeah, definitely, guys. All right, thanks everybody. If I didn't say anything, forgive me. I tried my best. So, but thanks everybody. You all, it means a lot. Every person that came on. So
everybody in the chat, you guys were awesome. I loved reading the comments.
Yeah, well, we're all going over there. That's what we're at. All right. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
There it goes, right there.